Hi, everyone, and welcome. We're going to be talking about building resilience and growing that thicker skin today. It's from a daily motivational talk on step-by-step guide on how to build a thicker skin. If you have any questions, please feel free to text Dr. Justine. So Dr. Justine is that girl. So at a very young age, she's been playing hockey all of her life, but she removed sexual discrimination in sports from the Ontario Human Rights Code before she was the age of 15. So she is that mother of two, that leader, the warrior for health and wellness, including for yourself and your family. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
Hello, everybody. Now, this is an amazing topic and certainly something that I'm still always working on. Upcoming, we have talks on how to be mentally strong. What do you do if you're always hungry and always thinking about food? We do have our Bring a Coworker week coming up, special week, and there is a savings for friends, coworkers that week of $100 for their spinal checkups. We have a video coming up about how to loosen up those hip flexors, especially if you sit a lot. And coming up is our Dine with Doc. So learn more about our Dine with Doc and our talk at the front desk at the Justine Blainey Wellness Center. So amazing things coming up. Stay tuned with us. We want to be able to help you. So today's a step-by-step guide on how to create thicker skin. I love the daily motivation articles, so I encourage you to get some of those. They are free and they have some amazing ways to help us just have a better week all of the time, even if you read one a week. So this is personally a very important to me. I know during my court case to play hockey with the guys, people said horrible things. Like, one of them I remember says, "You'll never get married. Nobody will ever want you because you're just a weirdo who wants to play hockey as a female." And then it was always like, get the girl, kill the girl. So just always having that thicker skin of when going to hockey and having parents throw coffee at you, dump popcorn on your head as you go onto the ice. Certainly some tough times. Losing your friends made it really, really tough. So many of us face insults and offensive comments, and for my husband and my son, they just have this amazing ability. It just rolls off their shoulders. The way they can joke, I just don't have it. I'm way more sensitive, and I could be dwelling on something, not just for a day, for the week, and it can affect your sleep, and it can really just sting or hit you in the heart. And so this topic, I thought maybe was just for me, but I'm sure it's for others, because many of us have wounds, have bruises from things that people have said. I know as a chiropractor, just recently, literally just after the new year, I had somebody say, "Well, that's not a real doctor. That's not a real clinic." And I was like, "Wait a minute. I know how long I went to school for. I didn't finish school until end of being 27, way past all of my friends and my uh, cousins and family. I see what my daughter's doing in chiropractic college and how hard it is. Rewriting all of my board exams this past year, realizing just 1,000 hours of work just to rewrite all of those exams. That I know my passion is to help people, and it doesn't matter what they think, whether I have a DR or not. My passion is to help be a healer and to help others. And I'm not going to let those comments because affect me, because they really don't know the education that I've had, and the ongoings easily spent over 300,000 in the last 20 years, 25 years in ongoing education. And so I know that I can try and be my best to continually learn. So many of you have also had people say things that just rub you the wrong way, and they can cause hurts and wounds. And unfortunately, those hurts and wounds can affect our overall health, not just mental, but even physical. It can make us feel tense and make us feel tension. I know definitely things that have said to me really, really just affect my ability to want to go on the streetcar or the subway after being chased on the streetcar and subway. It still makes me anxious, still makes me nervous to do that alone. So we need to find ways to manage that better. So if we look at thicker skin in the Webster Dictionary, it defines with thicker skin is the ability to keep from getting upset or offended by the things that people say and do. And I would add to that is that maybe you do get upset, but that you can brush it off more quickly and not allow it to affect your day, your week, your month, or even beyond. So others' comments only affect us if we give them value, right? If we allow that to us, and remember that sticks and stones, we have to let them brush off of us and realize that we have to just continuously learn and be the best version of ourselves. And none of us are perfect. None of us don't have ability to make a mistake and say we'll do better tomorrow. So we're going to go through a bunch of steps to be the best version of ourselves. You will see that there's 6 steps that we're going to cover today in order to develop thicker skin. And many of us have varying degrees of traumas or stressors. We can't compare ourselves to others. My stressors to play hockey with the guys would be completely different than, say, my stressors dealing with divorced parents. So each one of us will manage those stressors different and have different support people along the way. I do know one of the things that has affected me, certainly with my parents getting divorced, is becoming a people pleaser, always just trying to help mom because mom felt super stressed. And so try to help my brother, I tried to help my mom. So I'm always in that people pleaser mode. And I have to try and figure out at times, making sure that one of those people is me and taking care of my health, and making sure the people I am pleasing or the people I'm serving are, in fact, the ones I'm choosing to do so, and make sure that it's an active choice in order to live an authentic self. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Certainly my personality, if we have family at home, I'm the one that rushes around to clean up and try and prepare. But then my husband would be the one who's the amazing chef. So we do have good points of people pleasing, but we need to make sure that that's not at the expense of our own health. So number one in developing thicker skin is to take account of others' perspective. Why did they say that? What's happening to them? So in the office, sometimes we have some pretty patients in a lot of pain, and they can be so rude and so grumpy. And then as soon as, a couple weeks go by, next they're just the brightest light, the most beautiful human being in the world. And just realizing that wasn't them. They were not in their best because they were in pain or they have been hurt. And this can happen when we look at someone else's perspective if they're just angry or emotionally hurt. The person that is driving super quick on the road and is dangerous, maybe they really are rushing for something, or maybe they have dealt with just a trauma recently. So the person who gets upset and line up at the grocery store, maybe we just don't know what's happening at home. So trying to think about what's happening in someone else's perspective, put ourselves in their shoes. Sometimes that's super tough. I agree. Certainly some of the things that parents did to me as a 12-year-old, throwing coffee on me, didn't they think that would burn, that would hurt? Like, those kinds of perspectives, or throwing a young girl's hockey bag out in the hallway because I couldn't dress with the 12-year-old boys, but as a girl, I could dress in the hallway in front of all of the male and female parents. Like, how does that make sense? So definitely, we do need to figure out where they're coming from, because clearly they thought they were doing the right thing at the time, and they can just clearly just be wrong and on their own learning path to try and make a better part of themselves. So we want to find ways to not take it to heart, not to help it bruise us, and understand, or try and say, hey, they're having a bad day. So sometimes someone says something really offensive or just bothers you so much, just taking a breath. Whoa, right? And that for us in sports, like, people can say, whoa, what a crazy move that is, or a bad pass that you've made, or nice wipe out, whatever. All of us wipe out in life, right? Whether it's on the ice or, in the parking lot at hockey. Just this week, a teacher was saying how she was going to a new school, rushing into the new school. She'd never been there before, hits the ice, wipes out in front of all the students she doesn't know. And of course, there's a big laugh, and we just got to shake it off, right? And not take it personally, and move on to what's really our passion in life. So number one, take perspective, take a deep breath. Number two is to nurture the relationships that are building our tank, right? And all the things that build our tank. For me, one of the things that build my tank is romance books, romance movies, happy, funny videos, uh, um, and podcasts and books that are uplifting. My Joyce Myers beside my bed, my daily motivation every single morning, Darren Hardy every single morning. So, what are the things that build you up? And then the relationships. So, purposely looking to spend time with those relationships. So, just came back from having a most amazing dinner with Dr. Vanessa, Dr. Leslie, Dr. Pam, and just nurturing the relationship of three powerful women and being in their presence. Looking forward to having a special dinner with Dr. Davis. So really looking at the people that you want to spend more time with that are uplifting and making sure you rearrange or organize in advance those special times. Looking for new hobbies. I'm starting with stained glass and learning to speak Spanish, a little bit every single day. So how do you make that priority? Listening to others, right? Two ears, one mouth, is sometimes challenging because especially for someone who rushes, wants to finish the sentence of my husband. So sometimes it's the people that you love, just giving them the permission to say, stop, wait a minute. I really want you to listen right now. This part is super important, and give them the permission to do so. And another way is just genuine compliments. Those people around you, those teammates around you, a special opportunity to give them a card of flowers, or just, hey, man, that was an awesome pass, great goal. Wow, you handled that situation really, really well. I learned from that. Thank you. We all enjoy to be appreciated and noticed when we do something well. So definitely nurturing. Number two is nurturing those amazing relationships. Number three is focusing on our self-care routines. Many times, especially as a mom, it's everybody else first and you last. So making a priority for me is scheduling my exercise. I'm going to do that right after this. Scheduling it as a number one priority. Scheduling our morning routines for meditation, for prayer, journaling. Whether it's for you, it's time in the Word, time to meditate, finding ways to make your appointments to build your own health, whether it's chiropractic care to reduce stress, massage, or acupuncture, your warm baths, or just time with a candle, or time with your significant other or someone special with you, like a movie night or pajama morning. Um, really looking at the fuel, so that's that we put in our tank, that nutrition. So definitely we have so much on our website on nutrition plans and advanced plans, really to put those that fuel in place. But number one, if we were focusing on self-care, we have to have goals. We need to have them written down so that we know we're on the right path for whatever is important for us. So I always write my goals before January 1st, but it's never too late to write them down and, of course, share them with somebody important to you that will help keep you accountable. Number four is focusing on positive self-talk. I have my positive affirmations right where I brush my teeth, and my motivational statement, ready to love, ready to give, ready to serve, that I say every single day before I leave the bathroom. And when we look at cognitive behavioral therapy, we want to realize that how we think and act affects others, and what we feel how affects how we think and what we do, and what we do affects how we think and how we feel. So our thoughts, our emotions, our behaviors are all truly connected, and we're going to make mistakes. None of us are going to be perfect all the time or say the right thing all the time, but can we learn from it and say, okay, journal on it and make it better the next time? With that positive talk, are there any negative Nellies on your shoulder that we need to change to I can versus I can't? I will versus I can't, right? So always in the positive tense, I can, I am, I will, in the positive way, for all of our positive affirmations. And then encourage friends also to do the same. So catch them in the statements where they say, I can't do something, because really, with the help of loved ones, we're pretty much able to do almost anything with hard work. set realistic expectations. We can't all expect to be multimillionaires, or to have the most beautiful body or most beautiful hair or whatever that you think that's important. But we want to have our goals to be realistic. So many times with this is to ask ourselves, and what is the best case scenario, what is the worst case scenario. In many cases, the worst case scenario isn't that bad. Maybe you do flop, so what? Even thinking of family who've gone bankrupt and how they bounced back, there's really nothing that we can't bounce back with nurturing those relationships and helping us be better. So knowing that even our worst day, we can create that thicker skin and help us to be around the things that are most important for us, our values and our family. So as we develop thicker skin, number 6 is it's okay to have talk therapy, to have a therapist, to have a coach, to talk to your chiropractor, talk to your naturopath, to focus on mindfulness. We do offer complimentary meet and greets with Dr. Udani to talk about different ways of mindfulness and stress. We do have referrals for different therapists. Personally, I had a huge hard time with the masks. After during my court case, having somebody really cover my mouth, wearing a mask was just a disaster for me. So I did need to get help. It took almost a year to be able to manage that. And still, even if I just think about it, having something over my mouth causes me huge amounts of stress where I feel like I can't breathe. So it's okay to ask for help and realize that we don't have to do this journey alone. There are amazing healers, people who really truly want to help us to develop that thicker skin and to be stronger to handle the challenges that have come our way. Now, as a chiropractor, we want to help you with developing thicker skin. We are not constrained to whatever our past is or where we are now. We all have the ability to learn and to be a better version of ourselves, to continue to grow and develop skills, to be stronger. And I can tell you, I'm still learning from my husband and my son, who had different ability to manage jokes and comments where, like, for me, I'd be like, that's just not funny. The dad jokes, I just wouldn't handle it. I'm like, don't give me mama jokes like those, right? So definitely look at ways to know that we can grow, we can get better. And with chiropractic, our goal is to help remove that stress. And those stressors that help make our skin thicker, help make us tougher, also can sometimes cause stress on our spine and nervous system, help us tense up. And the job of the chiropractor is to find, remove, and help educate so that we continuously can be in a better posture, better alignment, and removing those subluxations so our brain and body connects better. We're connected to innate intelligence to help our body be the best version of ourselves for all the challenges that we know are coming our way. We do offer complimentary meet and greets with the chiropractors as well on our team. We have Dr. Steve, Dr. Davis, Dr. Blake, and myself. We are open over 70 hours a week. And if you'd like to chat and find out more about our coaching, more about our chiropractic care, or all of the amazing services at the Justine Blainey-Broker Center, please contact the office and we would be happy to do what we call a meet and greet, just an opportunity to ask some questions and learn about the center and see if it's the right fit for you. But meanwhile, all of these talks are free. This is our passion to help you. So please share them with others. Coming up, we'll have one about how to be more mentally strong, how to deal if you're always hungry and you're always searching for food, especially it could be that midnight snack. We do have Bring a Coworker Day and week, where there's a savings for coworkers to get a spinal checkup. And we have our Dine with Doc, which is free. It's a way to learn more about reducing pain naturally with a friend who's never heard about the Justine Blainey Wellness Center. And finally, we do have a video with Tristan for those who sit a lot, who are at a desk a lot. Or drive a lot. Learning how to get your hip flexors loose will help with your lower back. So stay tuned, share with friends, connect with us, do a review, please do a like. And we look forward to seeing you again soon.